my channel. Today I'm going to do a look with all the products that I possibly can from Makeup Revolution beauty calendar that I got in December last year, which is 2016. I'm really excited about this one because it's all makeup. There's a few brushes, but the rest of it is all makeup, so that's really cool. So I have kind of a look in mind that will go with the palette that we got on Christmas Day, which is this one. I'm really liking sort of these sort of colours here, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do something with those. Not quite sure yet, got a rough idea, but we'll kind of play as we go. There's lots of lipsticks, but I don't know which one I'm going to wear yet. I'll have to see once I finish my makeup look. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, I have already moisturised my skin. My face is quite dry today, so I might just put another little bit of moisturiser on. Just going to use my Origin's GinZeng. Only a little bit because I've already moisturised today, but it's just to hydrate my skin a bit more. Okay, whilst that's drying, just for 2 seconds, I'm thinking about doing a room tour. Now, I've only got a tiny little room that I work in, but if you want to see that, then leave the words room tour down in the comments below and I will definitely do that for you. Also, if you want to see a video on all my makeup collection and sort of beauty products, then leave a comment down below saying makeup collection and I will definitely look at doing both those videos very soon. First of all, I'm going to prime my skin, and I got a new product for Christmas, which is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And I'm really loving this for keeping my skin hydrated. But as I also did in my Look Fantastic one, I am going to probably start with my eyes and then go on to my face in a minute. So although I got that face base out, I don't need it just yet. I don't know what is going on with my forehead, but look at it. What is all that? No idea. But hey, we'll try and cover it up. Okay, one thing I did get in the Makeup Revolution beauty calendar was a little mini mirror. So that's quite cool if you want to do close-up work. Firstly, I am going to need to prime my eyes because, as you can see, I've got quite veiny and freckly eyelids, so I like to cover that up before I put any makeup on them. So the first product I'm going to use is the eye primer that come in the calendar. I have used this a couple of times and it's not bad. And I'm just going to use my sponge to sort of blend it out a little bit. And then I just need to set it. Now, I don't have a powder that came in the calendar, so I'm just going to use an Old Faithful, which I'm kind of liking at the moment, and probably just the banana powder with a round top eye brush, just to set all of that. Which you can see evens it out even more, which is great. That's already creasing. So you obviously need to work quick with this eye primer. I haven't noticed that before. Much better. As you can see, it has evened it out quite a lot. So first of all, I just want to put some colours in the crease to define my crease a bit more, and I don't have a colour that I want to use in the box, so I think I'm going to use kind of this peachy pinky kind of tones. So first of all, to put in my crease, I'm going to use this one, which is from an Elizabeth Arden palette. It's quite nice, I quite like it, and this is a well-used colour. I really like it. And this one that I always use, again, an Old Faithful, just pop that in the crease. We're going to take it right from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner. You can hardly even see it, to be honest, actually. But in my mirror I can see it. Or you can there. Maybe just need to build it up a bit more. Okay, very slight sort of colour in there. The second colour I think I'm going to use in the crease, just slightly more concentrated, is also from a Makeup Revolution palette called the Iconic Pro 2, and it is this shade here, which is more of a sort of peachy, terracotta-y kind of colour, but I just want to deepen up the crease just a little bit. I'm just going to use an Elizabeth Arden brush, which is just like a fluffy brush, but it's flat one way. Now, one of the colours I did get in the calendar was actually mono eyeshadow in New-Tral red, which is this one, and it is coming off quite true, but it is slightly more red than pink. So I'm just going to use that on a slightly denser brush, this little brush, nice and small. I'm just going to take some of this colour and put it in the outer third and the inner third. Kind of just on there at the moment, so I'm just going to take the second brush we used with a little bit more of the second colour and blend it out, and also take the first brush and blend out the edges even more, and any extra here we'll clean up later with concealer. Okay, that's kind of where I am now. Looks a bit odd. So I'm just going to take this palette that I got from the Makeup Revolution calendar, and this colour here, and maybe a little bit of this, but mainly this one. It's like a real peachy colour. And a flat brush. What are we going to use? Ah, I know, we'll use one from what we got in the box. It's a really tiny little brush. So I'm just going to put some of that peachy colour on the brush. It looks like a foil eyeshadow. It's beautiful, so I'm hoping it's going to show up on camera how pretty it really is. And just put that on the centre of the lid. Wow, it's beautiful. Well, quite a bit of fallout, but because we did our eyes first, it's fine. It's just something I would maybe suggest if you're going to get this palette. So pretty, this colour. Right, so I'm just going to take the first brush, a nice big fluffy one, and blend out the top, which doesn't need too much blending, but then go in with this brush again, no extra product, and just blend out the edges. What I might just do actually is, in another palette of mine, I've got this colour here. Now it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, so I might just use a bit of that to blend it out with just a small little brush, another little one. And what I might do is just put a little bit of this, the first colour we used, the highlight of the show, on my fingertip, and just put a little bit right in the middle. So that is that done. What I might now do, just take that pinky colour again, the really dark, deep pink, and put a little bit more on the outer V, right on the outer V, right on the inner corner, just with a tiny, tiny little brush. I don't want to darken this eye look too much, because I quite like the fact that it's quite light and I could wear it out to like a wedding or something like that. One last little blend. I think I'm done with the eyes for a minute. So let me just zoom you out and we will go on to our face, and then we'll come back to finish up the eyes in a minute. So as I said before, I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched face base. It just kind of gives me such a lovely glowiness about my skin. I don't know if my skin likes it, but maybe that's what's breaking me out. Something else I got in the box was an anti-shine balm. Just like balm really. And I'm going to put a bit on my finger, sort of swirl it around, and put it sort of in my T-zone where I would normally get, or anywhere where I would usually get oil. For foundation, I'm going to use an Arden by Arden which is Rimmel Matte Perfection in 100 Ivory. Now it might be a little bit sort of dark for me, but we'll work it out, it's fine. Just going to put that on the back of my hand. I remember now. It's been a while since I've used this one. It's got a peculiar smell to it. Not bad, but it just smells like makeup to me. Now for concealer, I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the colour 15, just to highlight underneath my eyes and down the centre of my face. So I'm just going to do that, blend that out with the same sponge. And now just to set it, I'm going to use a little bit of the banana powder and a little bit of this one as well, which is vanilla, just with my tulip brush. Okay. So that's that set. But before I do that, the Bare Minerals product, I'm going to use a little bit of the cream highlighter that we got. And it is a strobe balm, and it looks like this. And I'm going to use a brush that I also got in the calendar, which is this one here. I've used it for concealer, but I'm just going to use the back of it to put a little bit of this on my cheekbones. Just to place it, and I'm actually just going to sort of blend it in with my sponge again. It gives you just a slight glow, and then I'll top it in a minute with something else. Okay, so let me just set the rest of my face. So with a big fluffy brush, and I'm actually going to use a Collection Sheer Loose powder in the colour One Barely There, and use this, messy, but all over the rest of my face, just to set all the rest of the foundation. So after I made a right mess with that powder, I'm now going to use a little bit of my Bare Minerals concealer, powder concealer, which is well rested, just under my eyes, just a little bit. And I'm going to use another little brush that I got from the calendar, which is this little one. Perfect for kind of getting in there and just sweeping out. That is that now done. As you can see, it's highlighted underneath my eyes, which I really love. I'm actually now going to go onto my eyebrows and just fill those in. So first of all, I'm going to use my Archery pencil by Soap & Glory in the colour Dark Chocolate. Just brush them through first, brush them up and through. And then take the other little side and just sort of fill in the sparse areas. I'm now going to just set them so they don't go anywhere with my normal L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. I can't get away from this, I just love it too much for the price that it is. It's fantastic. I really would love to try the Benefit one, Give Me Brow, because that seems really good, and the wand I think is slightly smaller than this one. But whilst I've got these, until I sort of am near to running out, because I have two of these, I'll just keep using these until then, and then I might try the Benefit one. So next I'm going to do a bit of bronzing, and I did get a bronzer in a calendar, which is this one here. It's just called Bronzer. So I'm going to bronze up my skin slightly with this, just with my another big brush. And then I am going to take my trusty angled brush and just sort of about my cheekbones a little bit more with the same powder. I'm just going to get a bit more of that banana powder and different angled brush, this one here, more of that vanilla powder, and just sort of sharpen up just a little bit. So that is my bronzer done, nice and bronzed and beautiful. And now for blush. Now I did get a couple of blushes in the box. I got this light colour and also a slightly pinker shade. So for this look, I think I might actually use this one rather than this one. We'll see. I'm going to use this brush here, which is actually just from, I think it's just from Wilkinson's, my local shop to me, Wilkinson's. If you guys have got one, go and check out their brushes because they're really soft and they wash well and don't have any problems, and they're so cheap, so definitely go and check them out. So yeah, I'm going to take this one here. These are shimmers, but well, what I might actually do is take a little bit of that pink we actually used on our eyes, the tiniest little bit, and use that as a blush, which I have done before and it's quite pretty. So I'm going to mix this with the other one. I did actually get a highlighter in the palette, which is this one here, and it is a baked highlighter. It doesn't say colour or anything. And I'm going to use just my fan brush on top where I put that cream highlighter, because they go hand in hand because they're quite gold, both of them quite gold. Now I don't mind the gold for this look because the eyes are quite sort of goldy in the middle. Can you see that? So pretty. I love this baked highlighter. I think what I might have to do is just go and check out and see if they've got any more because they're really good. And now I'm also going to put a little bit on just a small tiny little brush and put a little bit down the centre of my nose. Looks like I've been drinking milk. That's what we like then. So that is where we are at the moment. I'll zoom you back in and I'm going to finish off the eyes. So now we've done all of our base, you can see my highlighter like that. So let's just finish on off the eyes. So underneath I'm actually going to just use a little bit of that same bronzer colour that I used on my cheeks, but on it's a similar sort of brush I used earlier, but it's slightly tapered, and run that underneath. And also slightly smaller brush. I'm going to go back to this pink and use that with the tip of my pencil brush and just put that right up close. But first, let's do a bit of eyeliner. Now what I do have is this one from number 7, which is a Stay Perfect Amazing Eyes pencil in, it doesn't have a colour, but it is this colour here, like a pinky colour, and put that in my waterline. Okay, that brush is not working. I'm going to use my brow line brush and see if that's any better. Just clean up with my other brush, it's just a clean brush. And that is the lower lash line done. It's another number 7 eyeliner, but this one is in, again, Amazing Eyes pencil, but this is in like a brownie colour. And I'm just going to put that in my tight line. Just deepens up the lash line just a little bit. So the last thing I'm going to do is obviously mascara. So I've just grabbed my Impact Plus mascara from Perminerals. Really loving this brush at the moment. But first, just brush through my lashes because I've got semi-permanent lashes on. So just brush through them and then coat my bottom and slight bit of my top lashes with mascara. And then we just need to, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with this here, and actually my highlighter that I used, I'm going to use the same one. So it's all matching, and put a little bit on my inner corner. Okay, that is now finally the eyes finished, so let's zoom you out again, and I'm just going to finish off with my lips and then I am all done. So I don't really know which lip colour I want to use. I did get 6 in the calendar, which are these 6, but I think what I might actually use, you could possibly, if you wanted to, go for this colour. Don't think I'm that brave, but the other colour I'm going to use is one of these nudes. So these are the two, one slightly more bronzy than the other, or orangey than the other. So I might actually use this one here, which is slightly more pinky. That is the nudie colour. They don't have colours on them, which is really weird, but that's the more nude colour, more nude pink. But I am going to put a little bit of this more orangey colour right in the centre. Which looks like this. What you could do is, I don't really wear them, but you could top this lip with a gloss if you wanted to. I don't often wear them, though you could do that if you did like glossy lips. Definitely a thumbs up from me on both of the lipsticks. I do like them. So what I'll do is I'll take this off and I will put the pink on for you. Actually, now I've put it on, I don't like it with the eye look. So scrap that. Don't use that, guys. It's too sort of, it's got blue undertones, whereas the eye look has got more of a reddy undertone, so don't use that. I'll take that off again. Now I've gone back on totally what I was saying, and put the nude back on. Stain my lips a bit actually. Well, I'm sure the nude will go over the top, no problem. What I might do is put the slightly orangey nude on for you guys instead, show you that one rather than the pinky nude. So I've gone back to the nude colour on my lips, which I prefer. You could, if you wanted to, wear slightly more red pink, sort of a reddy pink with this look, and it would look absolutely fine. Something more on the lines of what the eyes are, rather than sort of a proper fuchsia pink. I hope you really enjoyed this look. I hope you like the way it turned out. I really love it, and I absolutely love this eyeshadow palette that come in the calendar. Really loving it because all of these beautiful colours. You couldn't really see it when I opened the calendar, but now it's daytime, you can see the colours really beautifully, and all of these along here are just stunning, absolutely stunning. So definitely, if you can pick this one up, it's called the Redemption palette by Makeup Revolution. Go and pick that up if you can, because it's just fantastic for the money. I know they're not very expensive. I think the other palettes I got are either £3 to £5, I think, from this brand, so definitely go and check them out. Like as I said in my previous videos, you can either get them in Superdrug or Boots. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and there'll be a video up very soon explaining all the products that I did get into detail in the box all in one go. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy this video, and subscribe to my channel, which on the little button below, or I'll put it on the screen somewhere as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.